butterflies, welcome back. My name is Judy, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute tassel dangle earrings with the butterflies using the items from the Bargain Bead Box this month. So if you want to learn how to do it, you can use other items, but if you want to make these exact ones, you need the items from the Bargain Bead Box. It's a subscription. It's a monthly subscription. If you haven't subscribed, I will leave their information in the description box below so you can sign up. It's $17.95 a month, and you get Czech glass, you get regular beads, you get findings and gemstones and all kinds of goodies every month. They usually have a theme. So this month was flower willow or something. And so we got all of these very pretty pastel-y colors and all of these butterflies. So I am going to tell you what all you are going to need. Okay, so you're going to need one of these pale lavender beads. And you're going to need 2 ear wires. Now I've already made one, obviously, so I'm only using one of each, but you're going to need one for each earring. You're going to need 2 of these bead caps that came in the box. Pretty much everything other than the wire and the jump rings and the head pins came in the box. So you're going to need all 4 of these little butterflies. And then you're going to need 4 bead caps, 2 for each earring. You're going to need, well, you can use any jump rings that you want. I am using 2 of these oval jump rings. These are about 4 millimeters each. I like them a little better for certain things because when things dangle, the opening is on the side. So I think it's more secure. And I'm also using these round ones. These are, I believe, like 6 millimeter. And these we're going to be using for the butterflies. And then let's see, you're going to need about 16 to 18 head pins. So just regular head pins. Mine are about 2 inches long, which are plenty long. And I got this big bag on Amazon. You can get them just about anywhere. And then we're going to be using the chain that came in the Bargain Bead Box. This is what's going to make up the tassel. So you're going to need 6 of these pieces, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're 14. These are 14, but if you have another chain that you would like to use, basically you want about 1.5 inches is basically where we're going. So however many links that is for you, it's 14 for this, but you want 1.5 inches. Okay, so and you want 6 of those. Now let's see, what else do you need? Then you're going to need these tiny little lavender quartz. So you're going to need about, I believe, is 16 of them. Okay, so you're going to need those. And then you're going to need some wire. I'm using silver plated copper wire, but you can use any wire that you want. This is 20 gauge. You're only going to need a 3 inch piece, and that's it. That's about it. So as far as tools go, a ruler, you're going to need your flush cutters, you're going to need your round nose pliers, And then you're going to, well, I have my nylon pliers to straighten out because my head pins are all a mess. And so this helps me straighten out the wire. And then I have two separate, I have my tweezer nose pliers and my bent nose pliers. You can have two tweezer nose, you can have two bent nose. This just helps me with the jump rings and the wrapping, okay? So those are the tools that you are going to need. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you want to do is get your little chain ready. Now, I'm going to do a little, I'm going to show you a little tip on how you can get all of these chains even and cut really fast without having to count and count and count over and over again. So I actually didn't cut one piece intentionally so I can show you. So here is the chain that came in the box. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a head pin. Okay. Once you cut the first length, go ahead and put one end on that head pin like that. Okay. Then you take the chain that you're getting ready to cut and you put it right next to the other piece that you already cut. Now, by doing this, you don't have to count. You can see exactly where you need to cut that chain. Okay. So then all you have to do at that point is just get your flush cutters and cut that piece. And now your pieces are the same length and you didn't have to take a bunch of time counting over and over again. So there's my little tip on how to cut pieces of chain even quickly. Okay. So let's see. All right, what are we gonna do first? Okay, I know. We are going to make this top part here first, okay? So, like I said, you're gonna need some 20 gauge wire, okay? And you're only gonna need about 3 inches of it. So, I am doing a loose, very loose measurement, okay? And it's, I mean, it's bent, it doesn't have to be straight, but you get to the 3, take your flush cutters and cut, okay? And that's all the wire you're gonna need. Make sure that your other side is flush as well. I usually just cut a little bit of the end just to make sure that everything is flush. And when you're cutting, you always want the flush part towards the project. Whatever you're cutting that's going to remain on the project itself is the part that is going to be the flush part, okay? So we're going to make a loop with this. So you want your round nose pliers, okay? You're gonna go down about 1.25 inches, okay? Now you can measure it. I usually just do it by sight, but that's about, yeah. So you want about 1.25 inches down, okay? I'm going to bend it forward, move my hand to bring those pliers up to the top, and then I'm going to bend this back and around those pliers. I'm going to move the pliers back so they're out of the way, and then we are going to close that loop, okay? So when you're done, that's what it looks like. You're going to take your pliers and you're going to hold on to that there so you don't lose that loop. And then you're going to come in with your second set of pliers and you're going to wrap this around 3 times. So you're going to make 3 full loops around. And I hope this camera is focusing because, okay. So once you have your 3 loops, come in with your flush cutters, and again, flush side towards the project. Hold on to that piece of wire. You don't want that flying everywhere, especially if you have animals and kids. You don't want those pieces of wire on the floor. Then you're going to come in with your pliers, and you don't want any pokey bits. So we're going to make sure that that is nice and pressed down so that it is not poking. It won't hurt anybody, okay? So you should have your first half of that loop. All right, see it there? Okay. So we're gonna get our bead cap, and the first one's gonna go this way. So you want that opening towards the bead. Okay, so we're gonna put that first, like this. Then you're gonna take this big bead, and you're going to put it in there, okay? You're going to take the other bead cap, and this time you're gonna put it the opposite direction because you want that opening to be towards the bead. So it's going to encase the bead like this, okay? And you're going to take one of those little lavender quartz, and you're going to put it right on top, okay? Now, I want this loop at the top a little tighter than the one at the bottom, so I'm going to come in with my bend nose pliers. You can use your regular nose pliers, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a hard 90-degree bend, okay? I'm going to come in with my brown nose pliers, like this, and I'm going to make that loop, okay? So we're going to bring it around and finish that loop. There you go. Again, you're going to come in with your pliers. You're going to hold it there in place. Use your other pliers. Now, if you want to use your hands, it's fine. These head pins are a little strong, so it's easier to do it with the pliers. But if you can do it with your hands, more power to you. And you're just going to wrap around that bead until you can't really wrap anymore. Actually, this will give you just enough that you should be able to wrap the whole thing around. So just bring your pliers, and very carefully, because you don't want to, you know, these beads are glass, so that's quartz, so you don't want to chip it or break it. So you want to be careful when you're doing this. And I'm going to have to hold it with this first and keep wrapping around. All right. You want to make sure, just like with the other one, that you don't leave any pokey bits. So that one kind of went astray on me, so let me fix that real quick. Well, sometimes it's gonna fight you, like right now. Usually happens when you're on camera. It decides to fight you. So, but, you know, it takes a little bit of patience, and then you can get that in where it needs to be. Okay, so we have our little component all made. All right, now, next thing we're gonna do, and You can do this either of two ways. I assembled the chains first and then I put them all together. And I'm gonna do it this other way so it's easier for you guys to see, okay? You're gonna get your head pins, and I'm just gonna grab a bunch of them and just put them on there. Like I said, you're gonna need about 16 or so. This is why I need the straighteners, because all of mine are all cattywampus. Okay, that's a technical term, by the way. So we're gonna do each of these individually before we hook them up, just because it'll be easier for you to see what I'm doing. So 4 of these, or 2 of these on each earring, so 4 in total, are going to have the butterflies. Okay, so you're going to have 2 of these on each, and then the butterfly. Okay, and the other ones are going to have 3 of the quartz. So we're going to put those aside. We're going to do the butter one first, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now any of this stuff you can actually make it your own. Just, you know, you don't have to do it exactly how I'm doing it. This is just to give you an idea sort of how I did it. Okay, so we're going to start with these little quartz, and this is the part that's going to take the longest because you're going to do a lot of loops. So I'm going to show you how to do it on these 2. And then after that, I'll let you to do it by yourself so that you're not here forever. And then we can continue. So you're going to grab it with your round nose pliers. Okay. You're going to move it forward. Flip the plier. And you're not flipping the bead. You're flipping the pliers. Okay. Then you're going to go around. Turn the pliers again, get them out of the way, and you're going to finish that loop. Now, before you close that loop, however, you are going to start threading it on this chain. And I'm just sort of, you know, there's not a specific spot in the chain that I'm putting it on. I'm just sort of spacing it out so everything is, you know, well spaced out, but that's about it. I'm not counting this needs to be in this hole and this, it's just wherever you want it, wherever you like it, wherever you think it's going to look pretty, that's where you put it. So you're going to take your pliers after your chain is in there, you're going to hold that loop, and then you're going to come in with your other ones and you're going to wrap. Okay. And here you can make your loops as even and pretty as you want. You can make a messy wrap. It is up to you. Everything. This is your own. These are your earrings, so you make them how you want. Okay. So I'm usually wrapping around about 3 times. You're going to come in with your flush cutters, flush part again towards the project. I'm going to cut off that extra little bit. And then we're going to push in those little pokey bits because we don't want pokey bits. Nobody wants pokey bits. Okay. So I'm going to put one of these up at the top. And then I'm going to do the other one. As you can see, there's one on the bottom link of every single one of those chains. So I'm just straightening out my head pin. Okay, I'm going to grab the other one of those little quartz. Okay, again, hold it in between, bring it forward, turn, make the loop, bring it back, finish that loop, leave it open, and then go into the bottom of that chain, the very bottom link, thread that through. Okay. Take your regular pliers, hold that loop in shape, take your other pliers, and wrap it around. Okay. Get your flush cutters, flush side towards project, cut off the excess, and squeeze down the little pokey bits. Okay, so right now, your little chain should look, there's another link up here, okay, should look something like this, okay? Now we're going to attach that butterfly. So you want one of the bigger jump rings. You're going to need at least a 6 millimeter. I'm sorry, the camera keeps moving. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me put this up a little bit so that maybe the camera will focus a bit more. Okay. So you're going to need at least a 6 millimeter jump ring for this, just for it to fit properly, okay? So we're going to open up our jump ring, and you want to open it this way. You don't ever want to pull this way because you lose your shape, okay? And then we're going to put this through like that, all right? And then you just need to find a place that you like, come from the back so that it's facing forward, and close that jump ring. Okay, you want to make sure that that jump ring is nice and closed so that it doesn't come apart on you. Okay, so here's the first butterfly one done. Okay, we're going to put that aside. So now we're going to repeat the process on this other one. I'm going to go a little faster, but I'm still going to show you the steps, okay? So get your quartz, get your round nose pliers, forward, turn, go around, turn again, close the loop, thread it through part of your chain. And as you can see, I'm using a different one on this one. It's like I said, it doesn't have to be uniform, just needs to be wherever you think it's going to look the best, okay? So we're going to hold on to that loop with our pliers, and we're going to come in with our other ones, and we're going to wrap, okay? So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cut off the excess, flush part towards your project. Make sure that you're cutting the wire and not parts that you don't want to cut, because that's gonna really suck. And then we're gonna push in those pokey bits. All right, we're gonna get our next one, head pin, quartz, round nose pliers, up to the front, around, okay, closing that loop. And guys, it does not have to be perfect. Like, I know people stress and stress and stress because they can't get something to look exact. Listen, I've been doing this for a long time. My stuff is not perfect. As long as you are happy, that is all that matters. In fact, the imperfections in handmade jewelry are what make it so special. That's what people want when they purchase handmade jewelry. They don't want something that looks like everything else they can buy anywhere else. They want something handmade because it looks handmade. So, all right, so here's our second chain, and now we're going to put the other butterfly. So Grab your other jump ring. And again, we're going to open it this way. All right, I'm gonna thread it through that butterfly, make it up, find a spot you like, and close that jump ring. Just make sure that the jump ring is closed nice and tight so that it doesn't come apart. Okay. All right, so there are your 2 butterfly links right there. Okay. So now these other ones I'm going to do off camera so that you're not here forever. But basically what you want to do is the same thing, except you're going to add 3 of these to it instead of the butterfly. Okay, let me move this forward so you can see. You're going to add 3 of these, not 2 in a butterfly. And you're going to do this to the rest of them. Okay, so basically, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have 2 that are going to have the butterfly, and the rest of them are just going to have 3. And again, I put them in random places. I didn't count. I wasn't specific. The only one I'm specific about is the bottom ones. Each of the chain has one at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish those, and you finish those, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so now that you have all of these done, there's 3 on 4 and 2 in a butterfly on 2 of them. This is the order that they're gonna go. So a regular one, a butterfly, a regular one, a regular one, a butterfly, and a regular one. Now I'm left-handed, so we're gonna be putting these on a jump ring. So I'm going to be going from right to left. But if you're left-handed, obviously you just do it from left to right. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of my oval jump rings. Okay, and we're gonna open it just like we did the other one. Okay, I'm gonna hold it here. And then I'm just going to start stringing these, making sure that they go in the correct spot. Okay, so we have one regular one, and then one butterfly one. Okay, then another regular one, and let's get it in here. Another regular one. Let's see. Now, if you want to use a bigger jump ring for this, you're welcome to. I try to use the smallest ones possible, just so it looks a little bit more bushy, I guess you could say, more full. But it is completely up to you and what you have available. Okay, so last one. Okay, once they're all on there, we're going to go ahead and close that jump ring very carefully because it's going to be kind of tight now. But you definitely want to make sure it's nice and closed. Okay. And then what this jump ring is going to do, which it's not close enough for me. Hold on. All right. I don't want to see any gaps. Okay, that's better. Actually, you're gonna have to open it back up because I forgot to add the other component. Okay. And again, it's going to be tight So if it's easier to use a different jump ring, feel free to do so. Okay, so this is going to go on there as well. Now we're going to close it back up. Okay. I want to make sure that is nice and closed. But you're going to see here in a second, the reason I like these oval ones for stuff like this is because when you straighten it out, see, the opening is on the side. It is not on the bottom or the top. So if it does come loose or something, things are not going to fall out of it right away, which is an extra security measurement for me. And I am a stickler about making sure that it is completely closed, because I don't want it to come loose on me. So I still see a little bit of a gap, so we're gonna fix that up. If I can get it. I like to make things hard for myself, y'all. That's basically it. All right, so that is not cooperating like I like it to be. Okay, well, I'm gonna mess with that later. For right now, and again, I'm sorry about this camera. All right, so here you have your tassel, okay? So you want the bottom part of the tassel on this bead to be facing away from you, and then this part obviously to go like this, okay? So you want them opposite, the way they are right here. So now all you have to do is just add your ear wire. So we're going to grab our ear wire, and you can use any ear wire that you want. I'm going to open this up. We're going to put our tassel on. Make sure that's nice and close. And there you go. You have a set of really cute butterfly chain tassel earrings using items from the August 2021 Bargain Bead Box. So, and if you want to make them, because they are tassel, if you want to make them just a hair bit shorter, what you can do is, instead of using these, you can use a stud closure, and that'll make it a little smaller. Or if you're like me and like them nice and long, then you can leave them like that. And there you have it. All right. If you like this video and you found it helpful, it would help me if you would like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video, which I will have several tutorials coming out here soon. I will have one for this cute little ring, because a lot of people have been asking me. And I will also have a tutorial coming soon for these wire wrapped earrings. And this is using items from Sam's August 2021 bead box, these drugs. And the rest is wire. So stay tuned for these. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure that you hit that notification bell and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what else you would like to see, what you would like me to do. And if you make any of this stuff and you have an Instagram, I would love it if you would tag me in the pictures so I can see what you're making. It is the wire butterfly, at the wire butterfly. Or you can join my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group, also the wire butterfly, and all the links will be in the description box below, where you can share and post there too. I am getting really close to 200 subscribers. I don't even know how that happened. You guys are amazing. So once I get to 500, I'm going to be having a pretty big giveaway, and I will do another video and go more into detail with that once I get a little closer. But just keep an eye for that. You know, once we hit 500, there will be a big giveaway. So, yeah. Thank you very much for being here. I love you all. And until next time, happy beading.